What do you make of it?
You know, this is why, and you read the Ben Shapiro story, which we may get into. The left is so exclusive, so intolerant, while accusing us of wrongly of being that way. Biden did intend to demonize all Trump Republicans, which I dare say is 95% of Republicans. These are not people that necessarily like Trump, everything about Trump. They like his policies, and they like the fact that he stood up for America as founded. And I challenge the premise that conservatives are racist at all. I resent this constant accusation made out of whole cloth that, first place, I don't believe Trump is a racist, and I don't believe they first started it because he was his border enforcement policies, and they said that was based on race. And yeah, he made some inartful comments. It has nothing to do with race. It has to do with the unique American culture and orderly assimilation into our society and law and order and the rest. Any nation preserving its sovereignty has to have ordered borders. But they somehow conflate these things, and they know they're lying. Although the problem is the followers of the left, the leaders of the Democratic Party, many of them do believe it. On my Twitter feed, I say I lament the fact that the America as founded is imploding. And they say, yeah, you mean when there was slavery and all that, you can't wait to. And I think some of these people really believe it. And it really troubles me. It grieves me, Megyn, that so many people now believe that conservatives are racist because that has been the constant drumbeat of the Democratic Party, because they have no effective policies and they have to do something to stay in power. And I mean, it is just that cynical because they know better. And I'll give you a personal example. A good friend of mine in high school, black guy, really close to him. I heard he was not going to come to the 50th high school reunion. Can you believe how old I am? He's not going to come to the reunion because I and others in the class are racist. Why are we racist? Because we supported Trump. So this has real life consequences, these lies the Democrats are saying about race, and they're harming race relations because they're causing too many blacks, and I don't know how many, to really believe that we are racist. And it's so false. And I just find it lamentable. But the whole Democratic Party now, their whole mode is to exclude and to demonize us because, like I said, they have no solutions to what's going on. They don't have solutions because they're affirmatively causing them. Okay, yeah.
I don't think that Joe Biden actually wanted to distinguish between MAGA Republicans and any other Republicans. I think his speech certainly tarred everybody, and that when in the light of day, he decided that might not be a great move given what happened with Hillary's deplorable speech, which may have cost her the election. So he tried to walk it back in a question that Peter Doocy shouted at him. But I'm going to play just a piece of the Dark Brandon speech from Thursday night, and then the Peter Doocy Q&A. You have to listen because it's a little hard to hear the Peter Doocy bit.
Right.
But I mean, it's a direct contradiction of what he actually said. Here it is.
They tried everything last time to nullify the votes of 81 million people. This time, they're determined to succeed in thwarting the will of the people. That's why respected conservatives like Federal Circuit Court Judge Michael Ludwig has called Trump and the extreme MAGA Republicans, quote, a clear and present danger to our democracy. But while the threat to American democracy is real, I want to say as clearly as we can, we are not powerless in the face of these threats. We are not bystanders in this ongoing attack on democracy.
Mr. President, do you consider all Trump supporters to be a threat to the country?
Yo, everyone, come on.
You can't make that case. I don't consider any Trump supporter to be a threat to the country.
I don't consider any Trump supporter to be a threat to the country. He literally the night before said the Trump supporters are a clear and present danger to the country and are, and I quote, a threat to the country. I mean, he doesn't even remember what he said less than 12 hours earlier.
It is so farcical what we're witnessing. We have an utterly incompetent, mean-spirited old man running the country, and we're horrified yet at the prospect of impeaching him, which we would never do anyway, because what waits in the wings is worse. Kamala Harris, and then Nancy Pelosi. We are in such a mess. This it's so embarrassing, but I don't care about embarrassment. And by the way, it's not incompetence. This is a deliberate destruction of the things that traditional Americans hold dear. And so people say, well, Biden's incompetent. No, he's not incompetent. Whoever is handling him is doing precisely what they want to do. And you can see that in the intentional sabotaging of the domestic energy grid and how these absurd things. You're now going to power electric cars because the Florida and the California grid, the electrical grid is down. So you're going to power them with gas generators. You can't, as someone said, make this stuff up. Their policies make no sense. And while we punish and suppress our energy producers in the United States, we then try to buy at higher prices dirtier energy, energy from foreign countries. And if this truly is, if climate change truly is a global phenomenon, and I reject a lot of this anyway, but let's assume for the sake of argument that it is, then it's going to have just as much damage globally in another country as it does here. And so I find their policies are so absurd. Reducing inflation with an inflationary act, a spending act, and they just lie straight to our faces. They can't possibly believe the things they're saying, but they do. They are committed ideologues, socialists, and you can't even say that's hyperbole anymore. They are full-blown socialists, in my view.
There's a growing sense of instability and uncertainty in America these days. The price of everything seems to be way up. Food prices especially have the nation reeling. So what if you could grow your own food? Wouldn't that be empowering? Wouldn't that lower your stress level? Let me introduce you to ARC Seed Kits. Love this. ARC Seed Kits is a family-owned and operated business providing heirloom seeds for over 13 years now. ARC Seeds wants to get heirloom seeds into every home in America. 99% of seeds sold today do not have the ability to reproduce. Only heirloom seeds can be harvested and regrown year after year. That's what you get from ARC. ARC's desire to equip every home in America with the ability to grow and harvest its own food led it to create the all-in-one seed kit. This is designed to grow calorie-dense vegetables and fruits to sustain any home at any time. You will even get a seed guide that will give you everything you need to know about growing and harvesting every variety included in the kit. For a limited time, we've partnered with ARC to offer a 10% discount code as well. So if you go to ARC Seed Kits, that's ARK, seedkits.com, and enter MK Seeds, you will get a 10% discount code and be on your way to food and economic security, helping you, your family, and your community. Visit ARCseedkits.com to order your seed kits today, and don't forget to use that code MKSeeds. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.